Gossip Girl here, your one and only source into the scandalous lives of Manhattan's elite. And who am I? That's my secret I'll never tell. You know you love me. XOXO. Gossip Girl.
By this point in the year, all of you know that I am completely 100% obsessed with my absolute favorite show in the entire world, Gossip Girl. And on top of that, I am even more unbelievably obsessed with my absolute favorite character of all time, Blair Cornelia Waldorf. Because this show has done so much to inspire me throughout the past 2 years I've been watching it, I thought it was only fitting to make it the inspiration for my forwards presentation. Introducing, or not, if it won't. Go back over here. Introducing What Would Blair Do? A collection of forward quotes by Blair Waldorf. Now, I know you're not all familiar with the show, so besides Andrew and maybe Rachel and maybe a little bit for you two, I'm not sure. So I'll start out by just giving a brief summary of the show and the character Blair and what she means to me. Dan Humphrey, another character on the show, says this: Blair Waldorf is basically everything I hate about the Upper East Side, distilled into one 95-pound, doe-eyed, bonbon-tossing, label-whoring package of girly evil. Now, I don't know, to me personally, I don't think that's a completely negative description, besides the evil part, of course. But when it comes down to it, Blair actually has some great qualities. She goes after what she wants, whether it be Chuck, an acceptance letter to Yale, or an internship at W. As Gossip Girl says, Upper East Side queens aren't born at the top. They climb their way up in heels, no matter who they have to tread on to do it. And while I may be not taking such a vicious approach to this saying, you have to admit, Blair seems to have a pretty good idea of what she wants and how she plans on getting it. The first quote: "Destiny is for losers." This is true in any industry, but especially in broadcast journalism. I've already faced some setbacks regarding some calls and some emails that I've sent that haven't been returned. But I have to keep pushing and not just accept what destiny is going to hand to me. This will help me even when I get out into the working world, because sometimes as a journalist it takes multiple calls, visits, or emails in order to get the story that you need. And this actual quote is, "Destiny is for losers." It's just a stupid excuse to wait for things to happen instead of making them happen. And some of you may realize that this is actually the quote that's in my portfolio and that I'm using in my portfolio all year for this class. The second quote I really want to take to heart this year is, "I am the destination." This can apply to a lot of different scenarios. In a relationship, it means that when we start dating, I want you to be in it for the long haul, not just for the convenient 3-month period between April and June. For friendships, it means that I don't need anyone in my life who doesn't want me in theirs. And for college, future jobs, and even final presentation night, it means that I'll never be giving anything than my 100% absolute best. I am the destination because I've worked for it and I've earned everything I've achieved. And this actual quote is, "I'm not a stop along the way, I'm a destination." Have a little faith. That's another thing that I really need to try to improve on this year. In the past, I've gotten so caught up in the stress happening in my life that I just need to take the time sometimes to just trust that it's all going to work out. And a lot of the times this isn't destiny, it's just timing. Trusting that my future will all work out if I continuously put in the hard work and effort will make me realize that sometimes things are just truly out of my control. And this quote is, here's my advice: have a little faith, and if that doesn't work, have a lot of mimosas. Hashtag underage, hashtag can't drink. 3 words, 8 letters. For those of you who aren't fluent in Waldorf, this means I love you. And I don't mean this in a romantic way. I don't have, nor do I plan on getting a boyfriend before the end of the school year, but more of just appreciating who I have in my life and letting them know that I value their friendship and kindness. I really want to start doing little things for all of my teachers, friends, parents, and everyone else in my life that helps me so much on an everyday basis. It's been proven that taking the time to appreciate others makes you feel better as well, so I hope this will make me a happier person in the coming year. And this is arguably the most iconic quote from the entire series of Gossip Girl. And now, I have some advice for you. This is one of, if not the most important piece of advice that I'm going to give all day. Are you ready? Tights are not pants. To show you what I mean, please watch this clip of one of my favorite scenes ever.
Ready to go? I got a disciplinary here.
Well, I knew you were trouble, but a hearing? Impressive.
Oh, it's not for me. Kelsey, how many times must we tell you? As one of the girls at the steps, you represent Constance royalty. So it should come as no surprise that many girls before you have gotten the axe when their choices reflected poorly on us. You realize that tights are not pants? Honestly.
Blair Waldorf may be some choice words that I'm not allowed to say in a school presentation, but she's also confident and driven. I hope I can use some of her personality to make the end of my final year of high school something I can look back on and proudly remember.